Steven Spielberg was rejected 3 times by USC's School of Cinematic Arts before being admitted and becoming one of the most successful filmmakers of all time. He demanded that the admissions officer who had rejected him sign his honorary doctorate, which the officer did. Spielberg has spoken in the past about how the first rejection destroyed him but finally forced him to work harder and achieve his dreams. Zone Rouge is a 39-square-mile area in northeastern France that was heavily bombed during World Wars I and II. There are dangerous levels of unexploded chemical munitions, as well as human and animal remains. The French government made it a no-go zone, and it is illegal for people to enter it. The contamination is so bad that it may take another 300 years to clean up the area completely. According to psychologist Daniel Kahneman, sandwiches taste better when someone else makes them because when we make our own, we anticipate their taste and pre-eat them in our minds, leading to less appetite and enjoyment. When someone else makes the sandwich, we have no preconceived notions of its taste and therefore enjoy it more fully. Your brain blocks your vision when your eyes move, which is why you can't see your own eyes move in a mirror. This is called psychotic masking, and without it, life would be like watching a shaky handheld movie all the time. There is evidence that frequent texting between partners can improve relationships, particularly when started by women. However, when men send most of the texts, it can lead to the reverse effect and even cause women to consider ending the relationship. This could be because women may see a man's excessive texting as needy or clingy, which can be unattractive. The feeling of being watched may not be just a feeling, as research suggests that it is likely that someone really is watching you. The human brain has a primal gaze detection system that allows us to determine whether someone is staring directly at us or not. This ability has evolved as a survival mechanism, helping us detect potential threats. So, if you feel like you are being watched, you probably are. It has been found that people are exposed to more radiation from coal power plants than from nuclear power plants. The fly ash released contains small amounts of uranium and thorium, a byproduct from burning coal for electricity, and carries 100 times more radiation than a nuclear power plant producing the same amount of energy. Raccoons are highly intelligent animals capable of opening complex locks in under 10 attempts and remembering the answer to problems for up to 3 years. They can even open locks if they are rearranged or turned upside down. This shows the intelligence of raccoons, which are often underestimated or overlooked. People from 2 cultures may change their personality when they switch languages. A study across America found that the language spoken affects the way that people see the world. Women speaking Spanish were seen as more independent and assertive than those speaking English in similar situations. The world's biggest liar competition is held annually in Cumbria, England, where contestants from around the world compete to tell the most convincing lie they can come up with in 5 minutes, without the use of props or scripts. Politicians and lawyers are prohibited from participating, as they are considered too skilled in the art of lying. In Japan, businesses such as banks and convenience stores keep anti-crime color balls behind the counter. These balls are usually bright orange and filled with a special pigment that bursts on impact, leaving a bright mark on the target. Employees can throw the balls at the robber to mark them and make it easier for the police to identify them. When squirrels have spare nuts, they bury them, digging a separate hole for each. However, researchers found that up to 20% of the time they are elaborately faking burying nuts to trick would-be thieves. In 1985, Nike released the first Air Jordan sneakers. However, Michael Jordan was banned from wearing them by the NBA because the colors did not match his team's uniform. To keep him wearing the shoes, Nike paid the $5,000 per game fine on his behalf. When Lady Gaga was studying at NYU, a group of her classmates created a Facebook group called Stefani Germanata, You Will Never Be Famous, which was created to bully and harass her. The stress of this caused her to drop out after just 1 year to focus on her music career full-time, and she went on to become one of the most successful and celebrated musicians of her generation. A Duke of Wellington statue in Glasgow, Scotland, has become famous for having a traffic cone placed on its head by mischievous locals. There have been many failed attempts to discourage this, but the tradition continues at a cost to the city estimated of around £10,000 per year. The Happy Birthday song was copyrighted in 1935, and for decades, anyone who wanted to use it in public had to pay a licensing fee to Warner Chappell Music. However, in 2013, a lawsuit was filed challenging the copyright, and in 2016, it was put into the public domain. Yuma, Arizona has been recognized as the city with the most annual sunshine in the world, with over 4,000 hours of sunlight per year due to its location in the Sonoran Desert. On any given day, Yuma has a 90% chance of sunshine. The middle finger has been used as a derogatory gesture for over 2,400 years, appearing in ancient Greek and Roman texts. The use of this gesture in the United States is documented as early as 1886 and was likely brought over by Italian immigrants. Researchers taught rats to gamble, and they learned to play it safe and maximize their winnings. However, when they introduced flashing lights and sounds, the rats changed their behavior and started taking high-risk, high-reward options. This shows that an environment can influence decision-making and can help the understanding of how people behave. Pregnant women attract about twice as many mosquito bites compared to those that are not pregnant. This is thought to be due to the fact that pregnant women breathe out more carbon dioxide and have a higher body temperature, both of which are attractive to mosquitoes. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to be updated when new videos are released, please subscribe, like and comment.